Welcome to the episode, Ground Floor, where we agree to disagree, still be family. You don't hear no theme song yet. Still working on that. But I'm your host, Lee, co-host Jerome. We got great panelists.
What's up, good people? We got a good one tonight. Several good topics. Let's get it.
Yep, today's title, Hustle and Flow at 101. Let me bring Sonya up for this one.
Hustle and Flow at 101.
Hey, Sonya.
Hey.
What's up, Sonya? How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, I figured I'd title Hustle and Flow at 101 because it's the story of a 102-year-old lady. She's making her own Little Caesar hot and ready's better than the Little Caesars in the area. And they were losing revenue to where they started researching what are people at. And they found out this old lady, she like my man Terrence House. She out there DJ. She getting it in, man. Mm-hmm. She was getting it in. And her stuff was better than theirs. Yeah, like 2 for $8 type deals going on. Old white lady. She looks so sweet. I first saw her for Jerome told you. I'm dying laughing like she made it better Little Caesar where they noticed. Now you notice revenue. That's the big word. That's money. When they noticed the revenue of the other stores dropping, she was pushing weight like she a dope girl out here. For real. I died laughing. And she still talking trash like my stuff better than theirs. Like, wow. What's y'all take on this?
She probably had a lot of experience making pizzas. Probably go way back.
Yeah. You think about it. She probably came from the era at 101. She had the old school pizza oven where you got to use you got to use that long little stick thing, put it into the joint, pull it out, and so. Man, I can tell you, she probably put her foot in it. People probably had never had a pizza like that, man. They was like, especially with that type of deal, you got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
You gotta get in where you fit in, man. 'Cause you know how they always teach you to respect your elders, man. What you gonna do?
She grinding.
What you gonna do? Big mama talk about, hey boy, hey young man, what's going on? Pull up the britches. Like, okay, yes, ma'am. Then you go over there and she talk about, I got that 2 for $8. Like, wait a minute, what we talking about? What we talking
about? Before I really read the article, just the fact that they said all the Little Caesars in the area noticed revenue drop, I just fell out laughing like, damn, she getting them like that. Y'all money low, like Nino Brown talking. What y'all mean? We got like stores in the area. What you mean the money low? They ain't coming in by the piece, man. Someone got this pizza. Y'all better start doing something. And they found Granny slanging them. What's your take on the kid?
Listen, you can't knock the hustle. And what I say is, when you 102 years old, that's just prime example to me. My mom and I always had this conversation. Just because you are older does not mean that you do not have the capacity to think. And so she was like, look, I know how I can make some money. My skills are still good and you can't stop me. I sleep when I'm dead. I got stuff that I still do and I still have purpose even at 102 years old. So I love it. Do your thing.
Man. I mean, I don't know what they're doing in that area, but their Little Caesars, they got to tighten up their game because the people was buying her product.
Listen,
so she was cooking it better.
She all you need is great crust and a good sauce. And she probably knew how to make both. And there it is right there. She putting Little Caesars to shame.
Man, and I'm surprised it didn't like really go viral here. Like she was making them lose revenue. Dog. That was hilarious.
And they admitted pretty much you jealous of a 102-year-old woman that started selling pizza that tastes better than yours, so you had to go and tell the police to raid her because y'all mad she wasn't her business name and wasn't paying taxes. That's the only reason why you mad at somebody selling anything out of their house that's legit.
But in all honesty, if it got to the point where she was making money like that, I mean, somebody probably should have had the lady go legit.
And they should have copped a deal with her. Hey, we gotta hook up because we need that money you make.
Or somebody helping her because that's a lot of pizza.
Yeah, she was like,
girl, she ain't got nothing to do. You know how easy you can put 4 pieces in the oven at one time. Crazy.
Now, do y'all think she should go to jail?
No, man. When you hit 100 years old, it's like, come on now.
Why even waste taxpayer money?
Yeah, why waste the time and energy, man? That'll take her up out of here. The best, like what you just said, the best thing is if I was the CEO of Little Caesars, I'd be reaching out to the lady to be like, listen, this is what we got for you. You know what I'm saying? Put something out there
team, man.
Before. Obviously, you cool with working from home. Let's do a seasonal. You know what I'm saying? We're coming up on the summer here in 2 months. Let's do a seasonal joint that's gonna go from May all the way to like September. Let you run that money. She get all the proceeds, but we're gonna do it the right way.
Now, see, we need that recipe that you got because you're doing something where all the stores in the area was losing money. Well, we need that recipe, Grandma. Write your number on the check. We need that number.
Yeah, she got to run that recipe. Run your thing for the 5 months, or you get all the proceeds. After that, it's on us. Like that song says, it's on me, baby.
And that's to me the
I'm
most.
not telling you my recipe unless I get a whole heck of a deal.
I'm saying,
I'm being
write your
paid,
number down.
and my lineage about to be paid because I don't know how much more time I got here, but you about to pay me all my coins, and my family about to get paid. So that's gonna be generational wealth.
Hey, she definitely put up that negotiation.
Because by herself, she outselling all of their stores in the area. You just like in Detroit, you see a Little Caesars anywhere. So you can imagine any other city, you might have one over here, at least 5 in a 3-mile area.
Small little town. That's probably why they was hating so much. They got one on each corner. You drive from corner to corner, you out of the city. What city was it in?
That's a good question. What city was that?
I was about to say, what city was that? I didn't even catch that myself.
Now, let me go back to it.
Let's see what it said.
Lady. It say Warren.
Michigan?
Warren?
Yeah, say Warren.
I don't think it was Michigan though.
Dang, too bad she ain't selling no more pizzas. It sound good to me. I know.
I was about to be like, let's pull up.
That sound for me.
Now, let me go to Google to find it.
Oh, we like lunch date. Let's pull up.
I said lunch date. You're old.
So we got something for later. 2 for $8. Shoot.
Yeah, you're right. That's a couple of lunches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was Warren, Michigan.
Shut up, Jay.
No, straight up. I just looked it up. Warren, Michigan, right up the road.
Okay, so it is here. Yeah, because the way they got Macomb breaking news, it ain't spelled the regular Macomb.
Yeah, that's the damn problem. Right before I plan on coming home this year, they always got to bust the first before I can get my damn piece out of the pie.
So she's pushing weight up in Warren.
A whole bunch of mess be going on in Warren. Don't you see the news?
I just want to know what manager just happened to come in like, man, that's the lunchtime. Hey, what is customers? Hey, man, hey, Rick.
They at Granny C's. They at Granny C's.
Hey, Rick, what the customers at? Man, I've been wanting the same thing. Nigga, everybody got this problem?
Yeah, everybody at Granny C's.
Where the customers at?
Baby. Hey, y'all know, because the one right there on Myers, when we had that Little Caesars right there across from Gas.
Yeah, that's still there.
Hey, when you don't see them students coming in there no more, that's the telltale right there. When them students not coming up in there getting that food, that's how you know.
Did y'all remember the one on 5 Mile and Telegraph, the all-you-can-eat one, back in my senior year?
Mm-hmm.
You know it.
That
was closed, though.
Yeah, that was we used to go up there for for lunch on them half a day.
I didn't know it was all you could eat though.
Yeah, it was
Was
all.
that Little Caesars or Pizza Hut?
No, look, I think
Pizza Hut had the one. Pizza had the one on 7 Mile right there. That was the all you could eat.
That before they closed.
They had one on Woodward too.
Okay.
And Royal Oak.
Now I was wondering about Pizza Populous, cause I think the one downtown ain't there no more. Why they never did that?
What had it all you can eat?
Yeah, Pizza Populous ain't gonna do that, man. They charge $20 to do that.
Pizza Populous.
Remember they used to have that seafood pizza that everybody used to love.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was one of them.
No, I ain't like that because I was greedy. And anytime a guy went out on dates or got together, somebody was like, "What kind of pizza?" My roommate and I would say, "Pizza Populous seafood pizza." My little fat chunky self eating it. It was so good that it burnt my lip.
Oh,
and I'm chewing on my lip and the seafood. So now every time I have that pizza, I think about blood.
Oh no, that was way too hot. Dang.
That was too much.
It was really hot. So I haven't had that pizza since. They got really good wings and salad though.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went to my nephew kid's birthday party yesterday, and I'm sitting there, boy, like, piece of pop cake. I can't none of this shit. How long I'm stay here? Let the baby sing the song. I gotta go get my own food. I can't mess with none of this.
Yeah. The kids, bring your own, baby. Bring your own. Or eat before you go.
Hey, you know how they had the parties, the BYOB? You got a BYOF, bring your own food.
Now, have y'all heard of Nonstop over there by the MGR on the Quinder? Where they got the bowling, laser tag, skate room, and go-kart?
Oh, I didn't know it had that.
Yeah, that's a big-ass spot. They even got like a little rock climbing for the kids.
Oh, that's nice. That's where it was at?
Mm-hmm. I never heard of like, what the hell is a Nonstop?
I need to go there. Y'all had said the favorite thing, go-kart.
Yeah, it's big as hell. I'm like, damn, okay. And they got little arcade games too you could do.
Go-karts.
Oh yeah. Kids, they was in there just on 10, like, oh y'all there.
What's the age range? They got adult day?
I know they open on the weekends, but adult day, I'm not sure. But I mean, you probably go in there and just play if you want.
Hey kid, adult day
parties going on.
You gotta go early.
You gotta go early these days.
Oh yeah, true.
Hey, you spend time. We weren't coming in before like 2:00 now.
Now this the key, and you know there's a lot of advertising giving y'all. Give them some love. They got armed guards, metal detector to come in. So ain't gonna be no foolishness.
I don't want to feel like I'm in prison, but okay.
But you safe as hell. Yeah. Ain't no foolishness jumping off.
Well, and it's almost sad that they have to have that.
It is.
I ain't mad at it because I want to be chilling, not worry about a shooter. How you get in here?
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, it's safe for the babies.
Yeah,
they run around. Like, oh Lord, they having a good time.
Of course.
They got the cars like the other spot. You put money on it and just play all the games.
Okay, keep it in.
Oh, they got like a playing card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where'd you say it was at?
On the Quinder,
okay.
Right behind MGR Theaters. Universal Nonstop's the name of it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, matter of fact, I can send you the
That's what's up. They just put something in the area.
It got to be new because I would have heard somebody. I know we had when Jeep was around. There's some Major Magic, Chuck E. Cheese. Like I heard no parents posting about, man, we can take the kids here. Like it's new.
Mm-hmm.
Now, another story I sent y'all was about a female where it's two pictures, one within sweaters, and one when she in a bathing suit got a hand on a guy.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I think.
Now, the thing of it is, the guy she got a hand on is a stranger that I guess seen her on Instagram, asked for a picture. The dude with the sweater is her boo, saw that and like, you got kick rocks. Now,
I think she was on vacation with her.
Now, to the naked eye, you would think the dude she touching on was the man, because what you taking a picture like that for? This dude, you just a stranger. That's a little too intimate. Especially for a dude when you see that.
I think it's the clothes that makes the difference.
Right. Yeah. With her being
it's the clothes that makes the difference.
Swimsuit.
Yeah. Yeah, but even that hand on the chest, that's too much. That's too much. Because let's be real. If a female saw her dude all with a girl, what the hell? What you doing? Move them hands. That's first thing that could be sad to be a half naked. Like, she got a hand on the dude's chest. Like, yeah, he saw that. Oh, you doing way too much. It's bad enough you in your bikini outfit, and you got your hand on this dude's chest like you know him. Nah, you're doing too much.
Y'all, hey Jeff, you know this, man. When it comes to men, I always tell ladies all the time, know your man's jealousy.
Right. That's what I was about to say.
That's the fact of the matter. You got to know your man's jealousy. And some dudes, they just, men are already territorial. And when you sit up here and see somebody with your girl, she got the hand on the man, he looking like, wait a minute.
Come on, Jerome.
That's a little too close, a little too intimate. A couple of months back, Jeff had a topic on here. I think the restaurants in Miami, and there might be some other ones in other places, DC, Houston, whatever. But this one is in Miami, where people can do this as a couple. They go out as with their girls, bridal showers. But the people, the dude, he squeezed the little stuff, the drink into your mouth from afar, like, people use the word, like skeeting the thing off. That's what they're using. And it's like, I was talking to Jeff. I'm like, man, how would you feel about that? He's like, no, that ain't gonna be cool.
Hell no.
So when he said that, I started laughing because I was looking like, no, that ain't nothing funny about that. Like another dude that, what I'm saying, you don't know. Like I hate to be real, but I gotta be real. It's women that ain't even doing that what they do, let alone somebody you don't know. And
we're
talking about some juice. We're talking about the juice.
Right. Well, I think they were at a place like Benihana's. And they entertain you. The chef is entertaining you, cooking, and then they squirt that whatever is in the bottle in everybody's mouth. So that shouldn't bother you.
Dudes ain't doing that.
Hey, girl, listen, you hear these two now.
Ain't nobody got to be that jealous. And if you're that jealous, you won't be going out with me. I know not to go to Benihana's with y'all.
Right.
Hey,
or any other thing for that matter. It's juice. It would be different if it was actual jizz.
Ain't no dude squeezing into my mouth.
It's juice. Right. It's non-alcoholic.
Nah. The look of it ain't cool.
No.
And he ain't gonna be doing that to you either. Hell no.
No.
Because to a dude, we thinking.
No,
bro. No. We doing too much.
It's messing with y'all manhood. Poor babies.
I know why y'all front now, because y'all got some stuff. Okay, y'all talking that bullshit. They ain't being real right now, Ron. They talking that.
The other thing that I saw about the one that had the bikini on, the other little caveat said that she was some type of influencer on Instagram. Or she had something going with Instagram. So people are randomly gonna ask you for pictures if they recognize you from Instagram. So what's the issue? Is the issue because she got the 2-piece swimsuit on and the hand happened to be, on her chest or whatever, on his chest or whatever. She was turned into him. It depends on how your mind goes, on how you see things. Perception is everything. And how one person perceives something, another person might not. So I was like, okay, we taking out the fact that she is known and is an influencer. So then where's the boundaries and everything in that?
If she didn't have her hand on him, I think he may have overlooked the bikini. So okay, you doing
many
this stuff?
pictures do
Man,
people
cool.
take that's natural that somebody is touching the person that they standing next to? Ain't nobody standing up there like a statue. Oh, got my man over there. I better not.
Ain't no man. Ain't no
I better not touch your arm. I better not touch your elbow. I better not touch. I can't touch nothing. They gonna be mad. I'm get my ass beat when I get home. I can't. Like, come on now.
Quit playing. That picture looked like, oh, that's her boyfriend. Because the way she took a picture with a man, you would take a picture like that with a famous female. My man
they might have some other pictures. That may
but all that, like, wait
the picture.
A minute, that's a little close. That's intimate.
I feel you saying.
Like, hold on now. And let's be real, on both sides, if a dude was doing the same or hugged up with a girl in a picture,
wasn't hugged up. See, that's what I'm saying. That's perception. That wasn't hugged up. Hugged up would have been hugged up.
You could did a church hug.
Ain't got on the side.
We did a church hug type deal on the side, taking the picture. Not leaned in, hugged in on them. That's a lot.
Hey,
that's a lot.
And like I told y'all, every dude is different. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to those type of things, like kids say, it's about the perception. But I think right now we living in the day and time where social media really dictates everything. So let's just say 30 of his associates, friends, co-workers seen this. 30 feels like 30,000 in that moment. Hey man, you see this picture? Nah, that's one text. Now you're getting, 29 more right behind it. Like what? And then he looks at that. So now that pride is being in check. You're like, okay, I got to say something about this. And so who knows how this thing hit the fan? But I think that I think it's all about if Buddy was right there in front of her, and she was to still take that kind of photo, and
I know she would have did
that. That's their relationship. That's cool. But my thing is, you never really know what a person's gonna do in the moment unless you really know them. Mm-hmm. I give y'all a prime example. When we got married, we went to the honeymoon in Jamaica. So we over there in Montego Bay. So one night, well, not night, it was like evening. They did these games, and they had like six women, six guys. Of course, they picked me to go up there. I'm like, oh hell. So I get up there, and what they was doing, they had this Jamaican money that they was using, okay. And if you was one of the winners of the category, you got to take your little voucher and you could buy whatever it was worth at the store, at their little gift shop. So for the men, they had a category for best pecs, the chest, the arms, best smile, best legs, best swimming trunks, and it was something else they had. And I won the best smile, and the girl that came to give me the money, she was in one of the six girls from the other side. When I tell you she put the money like in my trunks, like literally went in, I'm looking like, oh, because it was like I didn't expect her. I'm thinking she gonna do like the rest of the girls, put the little money over the people's pocket or to the side, but she went in to the front putting the money, and I'm looking like, I ain't never been in this position. Like, I don't know if she about to snap or come up here and run up on this girl. And I'm looking at her like I'm waiting on her to run up there, and she was over there laughing in the moment. And I'm looking like, dang, what would I have done if that was a dude doing that to her in that moment? And I was just like, she laughed it off, but I was over there looking like, I don't know how I would have responded in that moment, because it caught me off guard, and I'm just waiting on her to just react crazy. And she was over there laughing. So it was one of those things, like Kid said, it's about the perception. If the person just doing this all fun and games, they ain't gonna think nothing to it. But if somebody, jealousy hits, it could go left.
At the end of the day, you gotta know who you going home to and who coming home to you. And you ain't got nothing to worry about. And if the other person if you gonna go that way, then I guess that's where you was meant to be. So, but yeah, if you know that, if you know that that's she knew at the end of the day, like, that's my man, he ain't going nowhere. right? Because I'm still watching. I might laugh, but I'm still watching. He ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Yeah.
I know who you coming home to. Who coming
I
home
think it
to
also
you?
has a lot to do with how secure you are with your partner. You
Yeah.
know, some men make you feel so. I've been in relationships with men where I felt extremely secure. I felt like a woman can walk past butt naked and they are not going to pay. I mean, they might look, but they're not like looking and following and licking their lips. There's a way to do it.
Right.
So
They not that cartoon. They ain't that old school cartoon with eyes coming out of
Okay,
tail.
so I see
Correct.
we got all this
I'm like,
conversation.
there's been times where I've been out with a guy and we're on a date, and I mean, a woman might walk past. You know, some of these ladies got really big BBLs. I might say, wow. I mean, it kind of catch my attention, and then they might be like, you know what, right? But I'm not getting all, you know, jealous and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I wouldn't be interested in anybody that was that insecure. That would be difficult for me.
Okay, so I'm had to be on the other side. So y'all,
she is a people person.
So y'all telling me if that was flipped, y'all wouldn't care at all if y'all man took a picture similar, hugged up with the girl like that looks more like their couple. Y'all cool with that picture?
I wouldn't have cared.
Because
if he's my man,
I didn't see it as that they look like a couple. They ain't look like a couple to me.
Just look like they were taking a picture.
Yep.
Okay, this is April 19th. Okay, keep that record.
Yep.
And you got to know context too. Like, what's the context behind that? Like, as like Jerome was saying, as far as social media goes, with social media, we see the picture and we create a whole story, the beginning, the middle, and the end, and we wasn't even there.
No, it said that she's influenced on social media. He recognized her, asked to take a picture. She took the picture like that. Her man, I guess people hit him up about it.
And he left her there. Like, how immature is that?
And he left her. Now, that's extreme to leave her there. But some men today crash out quick. I wouldn't have did that. That's a bridge too far to leave her there. You know, there should have been a conversation about it. And maybe he could have explained to where maybe she saw his side of it. You know, like remember when we had the Chris Brown pictures and some dudes was leaving they women because as you did research, this wasn't Chris Brown. He telling them $1,500, for example, whatever type of picture you want.
That was crazy.
You taking all these damn near soft porn type picture with this dude, like you got a boyfriend and a man at home, and this picture's going to get out, and you think he gonna be cool with that?
Right.
You ain't got no respect. Okay. And some cats got rid of him. They like, I'm crying on social media. I don't know why he left. Like, this dude got you in his lap with the hands on the yams like this mine. And that's the picture you wanted to take with this stranger.
What if he's a celebrity?
And right. So they fulfilling fantasy. That's
right,
all they do.
Because they not going to get Chris Brown. Not all those women.
Respect your mate when you're out in public. Because when dudes do that, female ready to fight.
It should be respect, but you should also know what to that. Once again, we always talk about this. Y'all know I say the same thing every time. Where was the conversation before you decided to go and take this picture? What type of relationship do y'all have? Is y'all communication open?
Yeah.
You should know, baby. I see Chris Brown now. That might be the only one.
Well, listen, if I saw Chris Brown, y'all would be talking about me because I'll be all up in the picture with him. They'd be like, why is this old lady in the picture with Chris
Brown? But you gotta know that. I have seen some couples say, yeah, I already know. Like when they was going on, we going to such and such a concert. I already know that's their favorite artist in the whole wide world. They got mega crush. And they let them crush all over them. Because they know at the end of the day, you ain't going home. You coming home, you coming back home with me.
Jerome, you in agreement with them?
Well, you know, when remember we talked about the Chris Brown thing on your show. The way I felt about the Chris Brown thing was $1,500 for a photo with that man. when we could have spent $1,500 on a lot of different things. So my thing was,
that's the first problem.
I wasn't even caring about because people got their fantasies about celebs, and there's certain celebs you see, you know what I'm saying, you may behave a certain way, male or female. But my thing is $1,500 for a photo. I can see if he said $50, $75, $100, but I just would have had a problem with you telling me as my woman, hey, I'm about to go spend this $1,500 when I know you could have photoshopped the same picture you got right there and made people think that was the real thing for much cheaper. And that was my only thing. I would rather you spend $200, $300, $500 for a concert ticket, not $1,500 for a photo. That's just it's kind of like a limits to this type of thing. That's my thing when it comes to the Chris Brown thing. But as far as with the girl, I'm one of those where images really don't necessarily get me per se.
Really, Jerome?
Yeah, but no. Hear me out. Hear me out.
I know you remember this shit while you talking.
The fact that Buddy was there on vacation. The fact that Buddy was there on vacation is kind of like, you know who you, like Kia said it, Sonya said it, you know who you're dating. If that person is a content creator, when we go out, people gonna notice her every time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can I get a picture with? Hey, can I do this? I'm sorry to bother you while you're eating. This, and this. And so when you dealing with that, Jeff, it is what it is. You know, it's like I could see if it was something derogatory. I didn't take that picture as something derogatory or whatnot. But I just like if the dude is there, because you gotta know your dude. You gotta know the dude's jealousy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know. That's why I tell dudes all the time, know your jealousy, because if you don't know what it is and it's triggered in the wrong moment, you don't want to blow up, man. They call it crashing out today. I don't want you to crash out over something that could have been solved differently. That's my take.
Chris Brown said
your financing, huh?
Y'all coming out of the grip.
You guys are gonna get your candy ass on camera. I know the bodies are buried, and you're gonna say that bullshit on camera. It's hilarious.
Hey,
well, you know, everybody got something that they'll pay for. So I'm not gonna knock a person for paying $1,500 if that's what it is they want to pay, because we all got things that we
my boy, man. You my boy.
Absolutely.
You my boy.
Y'all got things.
That's hilarious.
So I'm gonna let Chris Brown make his money.
That's right. He playing on people's emotions. He about to make that. But I said, Chris Brown said, "You want that? You gonna pay for that? Ain't no difference from Beyonce. You gonna pay your $1,000.
The time is
yeah,
money
that's
for
crazy
him.
too.
Yeah.
Letting people stand in line doing all them crazy poses. Jeffrey dosing himself with COVID to be making those crazy poses.
And everything else is his eyes. Some of them is moving all up. I don't know. Jumping in his arms. I said, ooh. I said, Chris, you strong, because some of them were.
He was holding up some of the women.
Yeah.
They were taking damn near porn pictures with that, bro.
They were taking every picture that whatever your picture you would want with
it's overhand on the ass, all type of stuff.
Like $1,500.
Like, wow, you
I better be able to take it anywhere I want to. $1,500.
Okay.
I'm the girl. Listen, I'll come over to your house and take the picture for $1,500. They grow to Chris Brown, yeah.
Oh man,
dude, you got the concert venue and you probably made more money off the doggone ticket, the picture tickets than the concert.
Now at that time, you did have like 50-50 dudes mad she wasted that money, or dudes mad about the style of picture she took. Now, if you were single, do menage a trois, whatever you want to do, but you my girl, what the hell you doing? I don't care who it is. When it was such a big topic at the time, they were polling a lot of dudes, and you had different groups of what they would be mad about. But the majority was the money. Because 1,500, yeah, he's a hell of a talent, but 1,500 for a picture.
Look, people pay for experience.
We ain't rich like that.
They saw value. You see value. People pay for what they see value in. That's what they saw value in. Might not make sense to us because we don't see value in it.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of stuff I would do with that 1,500. Chris already got his money.
You ain't lying. Now, did y'all hear about the Texas law story? I think I sent y'all that one.
The who?
Or in Texas, they passed a law where the moment you conceive the child, they want the father to start paying child support.
Why?
The baby ain't even valuable. What if the baby don't make it and you just paid into that for nothing?
Now, my first thought was we need a blood test to make sure he's the dad.
Of course, you're doing too much.
I don't know if that's
women out here be lying.
So that one seems difficult.
But it's Texas.
You have to be able to prove
that ain't shocking to me.
Paternity first.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, when you read it, it didn't put that specific in there that, okay, we're going to do this, but we're going to have a test to prove that's the father. And that's what some people that were countering, no, we need this added with it because this chick could be lying and cheated.
Well, we're going to go by hearsay?
He just cashed out and found out they ain't your kid. Like, and Cat might want to crash out because from that night to now, if you're 12 years old, like, man, I've been cashing out forever. This ain't my kid. But you should always get a DNA test if y'all not already married, in my opinion.
Or unless the baby come out looking, some babies come out looking just like the mama or the daddy.
Got the whole face.
Yeah,
that's true.
Babies look
just like that if you wanted to.
So you don't have to worry about it, but
nah, you can zilch that one. We don't even need to have a discussion. You can't even prove paternity. You trying to be in that man's pocket. Go on now.
Yeah,
now
that's crazy, man. They like you said, let the child be born first, man, because you don't know what that woman's going to go through over those next weeks and months to come.
Mm-hmm.
Stillborns happen.
Mm-hmm.
Miscarriages happen.
True.
You gonna take so much of that man's check and find out later, oh, that wasn't even my child. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff that goes on.
Too many variables.
Too many variables.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna have a lot of men mad and coming after some folks. You don't want that.
Yeah.
People feel, mistreated or abused when you take their money, unfortunately. And mental illness, you have to be careful.
Absolutely.
Now, there was a story that Jerome sent me. And when I went through it, I didn't see why she did it. But Georgia one was sentenced to life for giving her husband an antifreeze cocktail.
What?
Mm-hmm.
She said, I'm just about to check you on up out of here, huh?
Now, I was looking like this dude, abusive, he cheated. I did not see that in the story. Like, you just gave this.
I thought they changed the antifreeze where it wasn't supposed to. You're supposed to be able to taste it now. It's supposed to have like a horrible taste. Because they used to say that it had a sweet taste, and that's how they were able to kill people in the past with it. So
I didn't know that was the thing ever.
Come on, Snap.
Yeah. You Snap. Like, oh, see, Kia, watch it too.
Now the worst thing
Snap be telling
I ever heard of, the wildest story I ever heard of was someone we knew, baby daddy was doing too much, and she put cologne in his beer and rat poison in his spaghetti. I'm like, what is wrong with you? But he doing too much. Like, leave him alone. Walk away.
Did he die?
No, I took him to the hospital.
He just got sick.
But this young man, you ain't thinking that's what you doing.
Her in the spaghetti, or maybe she was a bad cook because it just seemed like
damn. No, she knows what you doing because she want to get back at him. Like, damn, y'all do that. It traumatized me. Female, I knew I'm cooking spaghetti. Can I come over a little early? I just want to chop it up with you. I'm watching. I'll tell you put in there.
Don't mess with nobody's heart. You don't know what might happen. When she say mental illness is real, you only gonna hurt somebody so long.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't got the emotional intelligence. Ain't that the key, the vibe, the key word right now? Everybody don't have emotional intelligence to walk away.
Now you feel like they got you. They got one up on you from what people
say. What saying?
I said, or they're not seasoned in life. You know, once you like 45 plus, you don't care no more. But when you in your 20s and 30s, it makes a difference with how you feel and your feelings getting hurt by a man. So you got to be careful.
Yeah. Both ways. Yeah. But some young dudes crash out too. But then I don't know what's worse, a young fool or an old fool.
And they both fools.
They both fools.
Hey, the bottom line is, like Jeff said, I didn't see that either, Jeff, where it stemmed from. But we live in a time, man, where
she could just be crazy.
Folks crashing out for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they crashing out for the littlest things. When you look at, what people are crashing out, like all of the road rage things you hear out there. Yeah. And I'm talking about, it could be something simple. Like I'm talking about, I didn't see you coming from that end. I pull into the parking space. You get so mad at me. You roll up, hit me with a bat or whatever the case, pull off. I mean, it's all kind of stuff that's going on that you just looking like over a parking space. I got a truck. So half of the time I have to park a little further out anyway, because I know people I hate them little sedan cars that pull up next to me and they know they can't get out. You weigh 400. You ain't gonna be able to get out that door without hitting my door. So it's like, come on, man. So what I didn't got used to doing is parking in the back. Like, yeah. How you go to like Sam's or Costco's and it's that far. I just park there just to get away from everybody else. So that way I don't have to deal with the other things. And I do that at the mall. I'm pretty much, I'm going all the way. So I drop you at the door just because I know I got to go far away, because it's just going to be away from all of the riffraff. And it's all because everybody crashing out over the simplest things.
Now, I saw a video on X earlier where you had some people protesting on a bridge. And the dude got out because something was going on with his pregnant wife. Like, hey, I need y'all to get out the way. And they were not moving. So this dude got back in the wheel, about to run their ass over. And they look like, what are you doing? Like, this dude probably, I'm assuming he said, hey, my wife, I need y'all to move, please. They wasn't moving. He about to start running them over. They finally start getting out the way. Like, yeah, that's it. I get it, because you say your wife and something going on and you in the stress, but dang, you about to commit homicide on video, bro.
He said it's an emergency.
Yeah,
man. And he wasn't playing.
Crash out.
He wasn't playing.
What you doing on X?
Right. I was gonna say that too.
You ain't supposed to be on X.
Why not? I'm everywhere. I'm posting the flyer. We got a new episode. I'm on Lemonade. Favorite this new crap I heard of. TikTok. I gotta be everywhere. Y'all let them know about the show. Check it out. And I didn't realize how wild X is now. I thought it was just people posting, and they post way too much on there. My barber told me, I'm like, you lying.
Joe is dying over there. What's this shoe? Why are you laughing so hard?
I'm laughing so hard because it's a lot going on X.
It is.
I didn't know that if you wasn't on there. That's the whole point. Well, you ain't supposed to be.
I'm posting
it's
about
fraternizing.
The brand. I'm posting about the brand. She gonna say fraternizing. What the hell?
Well, we need to support who supports us.
Okay.
That's what we need to keep in mind. We need to be supporting who's supporting us. That's very important. But that's a whole different show topic.
That's another topic.
Yeah, we talk about that
topic.
Yeah, that'd be a good topic for next week because I know our anthology book got pushed back because of the what they call it, the blackout, something going on for the year.
What you talking about?
Protests in certain companies.
Oh.
Like the week our book's gonna come out, they're doing a blackout for Amazon, for example. I had to look online to see, they got actually dates for all this stuff in certain companies. So we had to push back the men and women's anthology book unsnapped because of it. The next thing, Easter gonna be last, and now health. What have you guys been doing to stay healthy?
Jerome?
Hey, I was about to say I go first. Right here.
Oh, you been juicing? I did see you turn that up. What's in that beats?
So this one right here, call it the ABCs of life. Apples, beets, carrots. Right here, drinking this. I'm not on the kids joint yet with 100%, but I call myself a hybrid. Whenever I feel like it's that time, it's that time. And so each day, I'm drinking 2 to 3 juices.
Oh, wow.
And this one at night today is apple, beets, and carrots. So I even went on Amazon and bought the little 24-pack. So if I wanted to start selling some joints around here, it might be a business here pretty soon because I got the machine and everything.
Okay.
I would say juice, you feel better. You probably look better. Skin is better. Hair, anybody that care about the hair, all of that type of stuff. But the only thing I say, if you over 40 when you drink this, beets in particular, please remember that you dang had beets the day before.
That's what somebody else said.
Because when you go to pee,
go in, must come
like,
out.
oh, Lord, call EMS. Call EMS. I believe. Like, man, you damn idiot. You had the beet juice last night. That's what's going to happen. Because it's going just like this. This is how you're going to be looking. And so you got to be prepared for what you're getting into. Just write it down. Tell Siri to remind you because Alexa to remind you on the Android side. Because otherwise, you're going to wake up, be ready to call EMS for no reason. Mm-hmm. Like, sir, what did you have yesterday? Oh, I had my beet juice. Like, okay, that's what it is. Go back to sleep.
Same thing with stuff that's green. But, it's that's just confirmation that you said that and that you pulled out your juice. One of the things that I've been hitting like for twice today. No, 3 times a day with you. So It's like that's just been repeatedly coming up in terms of the juice. And we had someone come to our church and she was talking about juicing and different things like that. But I had already looked like, oh, okay, what about, that's something to consider, like something else to consider. But then I'm looking at the combinations of the juices and what they're good for, depending on, like you said, the ABCs, lowering cholesterol, promoting circulation, all of those different things in heart health. And so I was on Facebook and my cousin was juicing pineapples and she was talking about how good for inflammation and all of that was. And so I was thinking like, maybe that's something else I need to incorporate, right? Like just juicing in terms of having your vegetables and your fruits together in a certain combinations of the things. So there you go. That's confirmation. Like I'm gonna start juicing and get the real recipes, not just the juice because it tastes good. Like I got to make sure I get the celery and the cucumber and all of that and blend that too. But yeah, she has some stuff. She has some recipes with Swiss chard and bok choy. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm with it. I'm with trying that. Yeah, one of the things that I was looking at, I'm reading The Slight Edge right now. It's the book that I'm reading, and it's just talking about how unaware we can be on how the little things that we do consistently over time can either be for us or against us. And so I was like, okay, now that most of the time we just do things unaware that it ain't in our favor, right? We just do things. Oh, that me drinking that ain't gonna bother nothing, but you keep doing it consistently over time. Or I'm eating something that's unhealthy. Like we not even think consciously. You kind of know it's unhealthy, but you ain't really paying attention to it because I'm just hungry and I want to eat type deal, right? And so what it did was it made me really aware of how many times I'm unconscious about different things that I'm doing and how it is either negatively impacting me or it's positively impacting me because it's the little things that we do consistently over time. So I'm like, okay, now that I'm aware that everything that I do, good or not so good, is working either for me or against me. Now, what can I do? So, one of the things to answer that question, Jeff, is about being intentional, right? So now that I'm aware, I can make the choice, consciously make a choice, intentionally make a choice to do things to move me closer to where I want to be. And so with that, that's health wise, like intentionally drinking water, intentionally drinking lemon water, intentionally moving my body 15 minutes at minimum 15 minutes a day just to make sure I get exercise. So for me, it's about intentionality in this moment. So you
I'm doing a couple of things. That's why I was like starting to think and writing down some things. I'm happy you brought up the topic. So I juice also. So I started off with a small juicer that I bought from Macy's. I think I paid $125. Wanted to make sure I was really going to be in it. I love it. So then I end up buying that Noma, the larger juicer. So this particular one was 500 something, 550, I think it was. So now I juice every day. So I've been juicing every day probably for like the last 3, 4 months. And I do a variety. So I've made it into just this is my breakfast. So I do my vegetables is the celery, carrots, cucumbers, spinach, and beets. And then I also do ginger and turmeric to kind of keep it healthy. Then I add pineapple, lemon, green apple, sometimes mango, and a blackberry and kiwi. So I kind of make it on the thicker side with some pulp in there. And I drink that now every morning. So that's my breakfast with a black cup of coffee. And what I've noticed since I've started doing it is my body feels healthier. I was having a problem with inflammation in my body where I just started feeling just achy. I would wake up and trying to walk up and down the stairs. So the juicing really has helped that. But I also do acupuncture. So with the acupuncture treatment plus with me juicing, then I walk 7,000 to 10,000 steps every day. So I've actually been doing that for a couple of months too, and I'm noticing that helps me with my stretching. So I try to stretch on my own, or I get professionally stretched once per week. So those are the things that I'm doing, and then I just changed my diet. Just started eating healthier, and I'm noticing I think I mentioned to Jeff before I went to this soul food restaurant and got in there. I just felt everything was just greasy and
yeah,
oily, and
yeah.
I couldn't eat it. I was like, I can't eat like that anymore. So that has been helpful too. So I'm watching my diet, trying to do things that are baked or roasted instead of fried. So anything I can do to cut down. Then I also started watching the oils that I cook with, and I stopped doing the seed oils and vegetable oils, and I've been doing like avocado or coconut oil.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say,
hmm
what's not a seed oil? Okay.
hmm Yep, that's what I started doing.
Well,
But Kim,
walnut
I'm gonna have
fall
to
in that
invite you
too.
over. I juice all the time. I'm always making it and and letting people try it. They love it. So I'm invite. We're gonna have a juice date.
Okay, I'm with it.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have a juice date.
Now, will walnut oil fall in that, or is that considered part of the seed?
That might be considered a seed oil. I never heard of walnut oil though, so I don't know. I would have to look into it. But yeah. So, but all of that has helped that inflammation I was having. I was having a problem with like my lower back, my hip. I mean, I was going to acupuncture, chiropractor, getting stretched and doing massages and going to a specialist about my back. So once I started juicing, I've eliminated all of that except for the acupuncture. So keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm with
hmm
holistic and alternative medicine.
hmm
For me, it's to make sure the meal prepping and the portion sizes pretty much same food. Meat, vegetables, salad, lemon water with real lemon. My junk food is cashew, peanut. Now, earlier this week, it was tough. 'Cause I was at Family Dollar to get some more. And it was like that R. Kelly, Your Body's Calling Me remix. Like, Jeff, we over here. Do you hear right here? Like, no. No. I don't hear that song in my head. No, stop talking to me, Reese. No. I can't sleep with y'all no more. That was fun back in the day, but I'm retired. No. I'm like, dang, do they got sugar-free? Call my doctor and my sister who a nurse, like, what about sugar-free chocolate? Like,
No.
you can take a bite, like, nah, nope, no, Jeff, just no. Get your cashews and get out of here. But it was calling me like, Jeff, we over here. Hey, we miss you. Like, no. Mm-mm. I can't hang out with y'all no more. You know, mean me no good. So have that willpower.
Little things.
That's good.
Consistency.
Yeah, but it was tough. Boy. Now, it's Easter weekend, or for some people, Resurrection weekend. What's a fun memory and what you got going on this weekend?
Fun memory. For me, as you know, Jeff, my grandmother was over there off of Hartwell. So I just remember when we was coming up as kids, Easter was always held over there. And you just look forward to finding the eggs throughout the yard, because whoever had the most eggs, you would win $10. You'd get $10. And $10 when we was kids was a lot, because we had candy stores.
I came over there with y'all.
Yeah, you would get $10, and you had all the cousins out there running around trying to find those things. So that was one memory that I would always say. And what was the second part of that?
And what you got going on this weekend?
Oh, okay. So now I got my own damn kids around.
Damn. Don't be so excited about it, Jerome.
Hey,
don't be so excited.
Eggs is too expensive these days. So I went to the dollar store. They got the little plastic.
That's a good point.
Put the little candies in it. I let them go find that. But what I do with them is I felt like we had a lot of cool games coming up as a kid, but we never really talked about what the day was about.
That's right.
I really grew up not really knowing what was Easter really about. Yeah, you see these plays, but it's like somebody need to tell you, this is what happened. This is what Good Friday is. This is this. And so just this past Friday, I sat down with yesterday, I sat down with my daughter and I had her read from, prior to him being crucified, the trial, all the way up to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And, being risen on the third day and what happened after that. And I asked her, hey, what did you get out of this section? What did you get out of this section? What did you get out? And I did that because I used to always wish somebody did that to me. Instead of focusing on the dang Easter bunny and some chocolates, it was like, so when they get their Easter baskets, I always have one egg in there, whatever color it is, that has a scripture in there that they have to read. And I say, what did you gain from that? So I always make sure make sure they know what the reason for the season is and the day and the resurrection. So that's my take.
I love that. When you first was talking about what's the most memorable moment, I'm like, I don't have no memorable moments about Easter other than being grown, and now I'm excited about the resurrection, right? But yeah, so I guess it would be dyeing eggs. That was one of the things that I always enjoyed as a kid, is dyeing the eggs, and me wanting to be creative and mix all the colors together and put the rubber bands on there to make the different designs and all of that type of stuff. So that was good. But yeah, so I'm like you, Jerome. I'm really excited about we're going to service. I've been to service. We went Thursday for Monday service, and then had Good Friday service. And so, went there, and so Sunday will be for the resurrection service, right? So we go in there, and then after that, having dinner with family. But I just really take this moment to think about the goodness of God and all that He has done for me, and just being grateful, right, for the life of Jesus, and for Him dying for the remission of my sins. And so, with that, that's the whole thing. I think that's what it's about. I think we get too caught up in. I think sometimes we try to make it palatable for kids, so that's why it's like, oh, candy and Easter bunnies and eggs and all of that. But to each his own. However you choose to celebrate. But for me, it's give me Jesus. I'm good. So that's what I'm doing this weekend.
Okay.
I guess I'll probably be going to church, and I am going to say ditto to what Kia said. God has been good, and I think that as I start to get older, I can really appreciate some of the
Mm-hmm.
things that He has done for me. And I always feel like everybody has a testimony and should take the opportunity to share that testimony, because you never know how you may inspire someone. So I'll be definitely going to church. But one of my memories would probably be, I had two sisters, and for Easter, I just remember my mother always getting our hair ready, getting that hair grease
Oh
out, and
yeah.
yeah, blow drying our hair. You remember, and it took time, and then they had to pressure. It would take hours and pressure hair so your hair could look pretty. And we got that brand new dress that we would wear on Easter Sunday. So that's, one of the memories that I have with my mom always doing that. So
Yeah, you know what? I forget about that. We sit there. That was a time, because you
mhm.
didn't get fined all the time. But honey, when Easter came, you got fined.
Hey,
You got
yep,
the pretty
yep,
pretty barrettes and ribbons, and you got, like you said, you got your hair pressed. You got the chance to wear it down that particular time, and you always got a new
yep,
outfit. And you was gonna have you a new
yep.
dress with some ruffled socks and some shoes, because you had
Yep,
to have the
yep. Those
patent
little
leather
ruffle
shoes with the
socks.
little purse.
Don't forget those shiny patent leather shoes, either
That's
black
what
or
I
white.
said.
Yeah.
Yep. You little Mary Janes, baby. You had to have your
Yeah.
little purse to match. You ain't couldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I remember those. Well, mine, just bear with me. My dad was a pastor, so when he couldn't do his church, we still do it at home. So me being a youngin', and maybe I think too much, we would get up, wash up, get all sweet. Why we doing all this? We going to the front room. Shut up, Jeff. Okay. He do this. He do the songs. To this day, I cannot stand this little light of mine. I'm like, every year we sing this song.
Every year.
Shut up. Like, but then they got another church song. Shut up, boy. All right. We go through that. Dad do the sermon. We do the Easter egg hunt. Get some money. Get some candy. The food that mom would cook used to be awesome. And
Oh yeah,
then you
that
fast
Sunday
forward.
dinner.
We kind of stopped after he had died, but like around 94, 95, when my brother's friends started coming around, her house was like to hang out. Everybody come over. She would cook. Other people bring stuff. And it'd be like a big party where food, all type of crap on the table. We hanging out, playing games. Everybody went to church with their people. Then they all come over, hang out. And now I might go by my sister's house maybe if they doing something. But I can't eat none of this stuff. I'm going to go to Word of Faith. I know they had their Friday service. That was good. But you do look at now to then where it was more a fun-filled event. Even though we know the Easter Bunny had nothing to do with Jesus, but as a kid, they came up with stuff to make y'all get incorporated with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because some church would do it. Up the street, you'll see kids outside like, oh, they doing Easter egg hunt. Like, why these kids looking around the butchers? Like, oh, the eggs. Okay, cool. And it gave it that fun aspect. You will learn that because of Jesus' death, you have this opportunity. Because if you stay in your sin, it's a wrap for you. If you don't believe in that, to each his own. But most of the world celebrate this. And I know right now with my season, he truly has been supplying all my needs. So I'm very grateful, and he gave me a second chance. I should be dead right now. So I do look at it like that. Do really be looking out.
Amen. Amen to that. You've been resurrected too.
Yeah,
resurrected too. Yeah,
that's what that is. But I would just say what one piece of advice that I can give to you. Don't look at events that you go to as what you can't eat. Just think about and figure out what you can. So then that way you can continue to participate and feel a part of the celebration, regardless of what they might have on the table. Right.
Okay.
So now I know and I understand, because some people think that meat is supposed to go in everything. I don't care if it's corn, they try to find a way, right? So it's
or sugar.
So right, or sugar,
absolutely.
So just think about the things that you can or just incorporate. Like one of the things that I do is I make sure that I always have meals that I can eat. So if that means that I have to bring a dish to pass, or either bring it just for myself, then I make sure that I have food, right? Because I'm what you're not gonna do is starve me, because you figure that you just gonna fix what you want to fix. Now that you ain't gonna do, because I'm gonna eat, right? So just make sure that you bring whatever food you need to bring, and if that means sometimes you gotta eat, you something even before you come, if you know that it's not there's nothing that's gonna be there, then do that. But make sure that oh, yep, I brought this because I want to make sure that I still fellowship with y'all and I'm still eating with you all. But I'm really serious about my health and what I'm eating. And so this is what I brought so that I could partake in the dish and be happy as well. So always look at what you can eat. And if they're the type of family that all they eat is with a lot of fat and a lot of sugar, then you will have to be the catalyst to for change in your family.
Okay. Yeah, I know they probably have meat stuff like that. I keep that.
Yeah. Yeah, so you might just need to bring your own side.
Yeah, because like I say, that's why I named the stuff middle ground. I don't have one. It's either do it or don't do it. And, oh, we ain't dying. I ain't made my millions yet. So what I gotta do? Cool. I got a vivid imagination. These peanuts and some Reese's right now. I'm good. Any final thoughts before we head out of here?
I love y'all.
Nope.
I appreciate y'all.
Y'all make too.
Right. Y'all make my Saturday evening. Sometimes I'm like, dang, 9 o'clock, like right in the middle. But then I get on here and we laugh and we talk. So I really appreciate you all for opening the door and allowing me to come in and be 100% me, because I was only gonna do that anyway. But y'all welcome me with warm arms as always.
Love you too.
So
yeah,
so y'all enjoy.
Well, ditto. That's wonderful. Thank you.
Absolutely.
We love
No,
you too.
I don't want to. I don't have a lot to say at the end here, Jeff. But I do want to say, for those who celebrate, we want you to be safe. We want y'all to have a good worship tomorrow. We want you to have good fellowship amongst your family and friends, and enjoy it. Make sure you enjoy it. And like Kia said, Jeff, stay positive in this journey, because at the end of the day, not everything is fried. Not everything is bad. People can make baked chicken, grilled chicken, rotisserie chicken, fish, broiled, baked, grilled. You got a lot of different options out there when it comes to meat.
And I don't mean to sound doom and gloom, but I was a junk food whore. I slutted up with all of the junk food, the pizzas, all of it. I ain't want to eat nothing healthy, so now I'm like, okay, that's dead. We're over that. Like, okay, what can I do? Yeah, like we went out to eat last Sunday after my brother-in-law to Texas Roadhouse. It took me a minute to find something on the thing I could touch, because everything was made with bread. Like, what the hell? Okay, found pork chop. Cool. Real pork chop, green beans, salad. But it took me to go through the whole damn meal. Like, everything got bread. I don't want no bread.
Everything had what?
Had bread with it. Like, you want to get some chicken? Oh, it's breaded. Like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, but you know what? I
Interesting.
take baby steps. If I go somewhere and it's a sandwich, I only do half a slice of bread and get extra vegetables with
Nah,
that chicken or with the meat.
nah,
So, I mean, you can't go cold turkey. You're not going to
nah.
be as successful.
If
You're
you
going
if
to
you
still have,
understand my personality, is yay or nay. I ain't
okay,
fucking
well,
with
I
that.
can't do that.
I ain't fucking with that.
I've been on a diet all my life. So I gotta,
I ain't fucking with it.
I
I be
take
damned. I be
baby
back in the
steps.
hospital. Damn
I,
that.
I do
Mm.
a chicken sandwich with half a piece of bread, and I go heavy on my vegetables.
Nah, I
So I
try
do
that
that with
lettuce
all
thing
of my
with it.
meals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. Well, you guys have a good night.
yes, yes. Y'all
Okay.
enjoy
Okay.
Okay.
y'all weekend.
And
Happy
Okay. Bye
Resurrection
bye.
Sunday to you.
everybody hydrate. And people out here to do the 420 tomorrow. Stay in the house. Don't be
It's
give me
time
had
for
no
420.
bill.
Oh, tomorrow is 420. Ain't it?
Yeah,
Look
I
at
just
that. Saying
realized
that.
that. So take care. Stay in the house because people gonna be out going to see the Lord. And you don't need to be. That's under influence. Don't do it. Don't
All
do it.
right. Y'all come out after we go in the house.
Oh boy, y'all have a good night. Be safe out there.
Everybody, good night. Everybody, enjoy your weekend. Yeah, there we go.